Shut up and sit down.
Greetings, fellow travelers. Obelix here. Today I want to take just a second to talk to you about the Watch Gang Black Tier subscription for the month of May. How y'all doing today? So this is our last of 12 watches. We purchased an entire year of Watch Gang Black Tier, and we've received 11. This is number 12. This is the final one. So here we decide, do we keep it or do we chunk it as far as the continuing with their subscription. Now, quick wrist check. I normally, in every video, save for the very first one, I have worn the previous month's Watch Gang watch. I am not wearing the previous month's Watch Gang watchwords mouth this time around. It's the only time that's ever happened because I just simply can't stand this watch. This is our Watch Gang Black Tier subscription for April. The Motor Time Drift, and I just can't stand it. Word enough for the review. I'm done. Won't be wearing it anymore. But luckily that's the only one that's happened to. But let's get into lucky number 12. Now, it is a fairly small package. There is some heft to it though, and we're going to see if good things do come in small packages. Opening duties, Benchmade grip tillion with the sheep's foot blade. Love it. Get into this bad boy, and got the normal blah blahs. That looks like a sticker or something. Alright, well, I'm a veteran, so I can appreciate you appreciating me. Moving on. Looks like we got yet another J bracket. Yay. You guys remember we got a J bracket back in December that was a mucho disappointment. Yet another absolutely horrible piece. So, I don't know. Needless to say, my hopes are not high, because the other one was junk, so hopefully they've done better. If I could get it out of the flipping box, my goodness, that thing is tight in there. Alright. Here we go. Ready? And it's a piece of cloth. Yay! Alright. Let's take a look. J-bracket card, silica gel, blah blah blah. Man, that thing is heavy. Woo! Tell you guys, this thing has some heft to it. Alright, so it is an auto. We got a very thick stainless steel bracelet. Again, typical J-bracket, crappy bands with the freaking Chinese pullovers, no pushers. Gosh, I hate that. Same junk they put on the last one. Let's see here. So we got a dive watch with no lume on the bezel, no lume at all on the pip even. Decent rotation. Nice off-color second hand. I do like that. I actually like the hands. A little bit unique style. Just a straight point here, and then you have an arrow over here. Not a big fan of the large date window, but it's nothing that it's not a huge turnoff. It's just not something I seek out. But let me get all the plastic off this thing, and we'll take a closer look. Alright, get y'all zoomed in here, and you can see it's got a kind of a mid-grade dial. Looks like it's stepped with some applied indices around. Hopefully that's some lume inside there. A little disappointed no lume on the rotating bezel though. Again, do like the colorations on that second hand. A little pop of color around the date window as well is nice. I do like the hands. It is running a Seiko NH35, 35A actually. Boy howdy, this is garbage. This hate these where they don't put flipping pushers on there. They're such a pain in the butt to get on and off. They actually look nice when they're closed, but just for someone who wears a different watch all the time like I do, and I'm constantly changing them out, these are just ridiculous. I hate them with a flaming fervent passion. I mean, just you see me fighting just to open this right here. And, I can use both hands. Imagine this on your wrist. I hate them. Gosh, these people that put these on should never be allowed to live. There. Okay. This thing is a chunky monkey. It is extremely heavy for what you expect. Now, to be fair, I am wearing a completely titanium watch, the Paulson Pearl Diver. I'll give you a better look at it here in a second. So I'm going to withhold judgment on it right now because I've been wearing my Paulson all day, and I'm used to an incredibly feather light watch. So I don't want to negative knock it on the weight yet until I get some wrist time on it. At the end of the day, if my wrist is tired, then we'll talk about it. But we'll see that in the follow-up review. So it does have a screw-down crown, so kudos there. Of course, Hacks hand winds, it's typical Seiko. It's not a very clean pusher. The screws are very, very dirty. You can feel a lot of grit when you're screwing it down. The winding motion doesn't feel like a traditional Seiko. I've got quite a few Seiko movements, and this one just feels mushy and spongy, which I've never had one feel that way before. It's almost like it's dirty. It's actually really hard to screw back in. So cheap thread job there. And actually you can see, I don't know if you can see it if the camera's picking up, but there's little shards of metal here on my table now where I screwed it in, that obviously when I unscrewed it came out. So there's that. So typical J-bracket quality control issues. I have no idea what this model is. We'll have to hunt it up and see, but we'll find that out all in the full review, which we'll get to. Now I'm very behind on my reviews. I need to get quite a few of them out to you guys. My goal is to hopefully have them all out by the end of this month, as well as the 12-month review. Don't know if I'm going to make it, but I'm going to try, guys. Going to try. Hopefully I can. Let's take it all the way around. Not bad. A tiny little playback, but it's actually not bad at all. Yeah, not bad at all. Actually, if you guys watched, it's actually much better than my Smith & Bradley Wraith, which has quite a bit more playback than even this J bracket. So yeah, the Wraith is definitely on a lower scale from the bezel perspective. Now that's a quartz piece versus an automatic, so we're not going to judge them anywhere else other than the bezel. Equally, another dive watch with no lume on the bezel. I don't know what these manufacturers are thinking. A dive watch, at least put some on the pip. Right here on the triangle, at least put something there. Otherwise, this bezel is useless in the dark. You can only use it in the daylight. This J-bracket, there's no way that's sapphire. It's going to be just mineral. Again, we'll pull out the tester and test it in the full review and check for sure. But let's get it quickly on the wrist. Alright, I want to give you a better look at that Paulson Pearl Diver. Man, this thing is stellar. Absolutely loving it. All titanium case, bezel, crown, buckle, loop, everything's titanium. Ceramic bezel, sapphire crystal, Moto 9000 series movement, butter smooth. Love those, really unique hands. You can see them there in the light. AR coating. It's just a great piece. Heaps and heaps of Superluminova all over the bezel, all over the dial. It is fantastic. That dial is a gorgeous. I don't know if the camera's doing it justice, but it is a gorgeous blue. sunfire blue that radiates out to black. It's just absolutely stunning. You get it in the bright light and it looks like a pearl. It's just gorgeous. Anyway, enough waffling on about the amazing Paulson. If you haven't picked yourself up one, I highly recommend you go check them out. Now, I have not sized this guy, so we're just going to slip him on dirty. Dirty. I just made a joke. Yeah, it is dirty. I'm not even going to clip these things. They're such a pain to deal with. But that's it on the wrist. Man, it's a chunky monkey. It's definitely a big piece. Now I have bigger wrists, 7-inch wrist. So it's not too bad on my wrist, but if you have anything smaller than a 7, this thing's going to look like it's a monster, attached to your wrist, so be careful. Those of you with smaller wrist. And again, feels really heavy. Kind of trying to withhold judgment on that, that I have been wearing the titanium, so maybe it's a little bit heavier than, or maybe it's not as heavy as I think it is, but it definitely, we'll pull out the old Aquasea here, 300 meter diver, and it is absolutely lighter. Now it is a thinner, definitely a thinner strap or bracelet, so a lot of the weight's going to be in the bracelet on this guy. It's also a thinner watch, significantly thinner watch, with helium escape valve and superluminova all over everything. So yeah, granted, this one's probably considerably more expensive, a couple $100 more expensive. So Watch Gang Black Tier subscription for May, our final one for the year. Not gonna lie, can't stand the brand. I'm not a J-Bracket fan. They alienated me with their first piece of junk watch. We'll give this one a fair shake, hopefully, and see where it goes. Give it some wrist time, and then we'll again come back with a full review of it, as well as all 12 months of Watch Gang. We'll walk through all 12. We'll see what the goods were, what the bads were, where they fell down, where they picked themselves up. We'll look at all of it. But that's all the time I got for today. I sure do appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me, as always. And until next time, you guys get out there and make some noise. See ya.